Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I'm here to talk to you about car rental in the USA, which are the best companies, how to get the lowest price, what are the tips, insurance, everything you need to know about the subject, which is not so easy, but we summarized everything in a very nice and objective way that will help you a lot on your trip. So enjoy the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's go guys, buckle up! The first doubt that comes to the mind of someone who intends to rent a car anywhere in the USA is in relation to the documents. What are the documents required to rent a car there? Incredibly, it's not necessary to have an international driver's license like in some places in the world. You need to have your valid national driver's license. So make sure it's up to date and not expired, because sometimes we don't realize it and we can have problems when we get there because it needs to be valid and up to date. The passport and a valid international credit card. It's your country's credit card, only enabled to make purchases abroad. So having these 3 items in hand is possible to rent a car in the USA with no problem. You just need these 3 documents and you're good to go to rent your car. Another very important item to pay attention to when renting the car is the insurance issue. What insurance to hire for the car? Usually the cars come with the basic insurance already built in. In most places where you book the car, you get basic insurance, which is against accidents and theft. So that is what usually happens or might happen. It's important, yes, have this insurance. Don't hire a car without any insurance because it's worth it. You can have losses and the insurance is not expensive. Now what happens? These companies try to push in a lot another kind of insurance, which is the complementary insurance, which is against broken glass, broken mirror, scratches on the car, some other things there that they can say happen, but it's very rare and the value ends up being a little bit expensive. In our opinion, it's not worth it. With everyone we talked to, no one ever needed to use or complained that they needed this insurance, and they try to push it, even especially on the site. So be aware when you make your reservation and when you pick up the car at the rental company. Many times you pick up the car at the counter and the salesperson may try to push this service on you. This is a very good tip. Many tourists go through this because sometimes you're there uncomfortable for being in another country and you end up accepting and agreeing with everything, but do not accept it if they try to push you, because the salespeople sometimes have their sales goals and they need to sell this complimentary insurance. Don't accept it. Take only the basic insurance, which is enough for you not to have problems, besides saving money, because the other insurance ends up being a little bit more expensive and makes the total value of the car much higher. Now let's talk in a general way about how to rent a car very cheaply all over the United States, because the process is the same in all destinations. So let's go. The first thing that counts a lot, is that will benefit a lot, is the value, is the anticipation. The sooner you rent the car, the cheaper you pay, and this is also true for hotels. Why? Because it goes according to the demand. If the rental company has a lot of cars available, they will make the price cheaper to get more clients. As they run out of cars for a certain date and the stock gets smaller, they will raise the price, and those who rent at the last minute always end up paying more. So book as soon as possible over the internet, is still in your country, which is the best way without a doubt. It's very worthwhile and will make a difference in the total amount. Believe me, it makes a huge difference. The second item to save a lot: search for all car rental companies. What happens, there are many good, big and internationally known car rental companies, especially in the United States. There are many good companies, so searching all of them, the one that has the best price, because some of them have promotions on one date, others on another. So keep searching, because you'll find one with a better price and that's worth renting. In our opinion, it's always worth booking with the bigger ones so you won't have any problems. There are smaller car rental companies that are more local, usually in the city or another. We don't recommend them very much. Sometimes they have cheaper prices than the other, but they give some problems. We had an experiences once and it was not very nice, so we always try to rent with the big companies. And what are the best car rental companies in the United States today? There is the Alamo, which is very good. We have rented a lot with them because we like them very much due to the price. They have very good prices, mainly for the most tourist attractions. Avis is very good, Dollar, Budget, and 6. They are 5 which are huge, super reliable. We will hardly have problems. It can happen just like any other service or any company. It does happen, but we always book among these ones and we never had problems. They work super well. You're not gonna regret it if you do it. And the third tip is related to the second one, that you don't need to go searching for prices in all these rental companies one by one. There's a price comparator that takes all these, centralizes it in one place. You go there, enter the date of your trip, and the destination of your trip, and it does the search in all the big car rental companies, even in the small ones. They have many rental companies registered, and they already list for you the car rental options with all the prices, types, what model of car, what variables it has, so you can see everything in a very fast way. In a few seconds you have the screen that search among all the best car rental companies, and then you guarantee the best price. You can see it in a super easy way, starting from the lowest price to the highest price, so you're guaranteed to get a good rental for the best price, and they end up being even cheaper than if you look at the rental company itself. We have already done this test, and their price is cheaper than directly from the rental companies because they have a very strong negotiation with them, as they have a very large volume of people, very large traffic, and because they are very good too, they end up being able to negotiate with the rental companies to have a more attractive price and for the experience to be better for the user to sell more. So they have a really good price. You always compare on it. They are two great comparators. I'll leave the link here in the video description for you to use both, and one way to save even more is use both and go with the one with the best price. You will get the best price guaranteed even, and it doesn't get any cheaper than that. Use both comparators, research that it's worth it, take a little more time because the car rental is not cheap, and you can save a lot of money. You just have to pay attention and use the tool. A cool tip regarding GPS: don't rent the GPS car from the rental company. When you make a reservation, you'll see that there's an option there to rent, usually for $6 or $7 a day, the GPS used with the car. Why is it not worth it? With this amount, you end up buying a cellular chip in your country to use the USA, and sometimes it's even a little bit cheaper than renting a GPS, and you can usually use your cell phone as a GPS. The signal is usually very good, we always do it, and you can still use your cell phone for your entire trip, to post on social networks, to talk to friends, to use the applications of tourist attractions, amusement parks, museums, malls, outlets, whenever and whatever you want. All attractions in the USA usually have applications for tourists with lots of information, lots of cool things for you to do, and search the address of restaurants, stores, and the attractions. In short, use the internet. It's always very good, even more nowadays. So don't rent the GPS when you rent your car, and buy the chip to use the internet as soon as you get there, so you can leave it with your car using the cell phone to guide you to the hotel or the attractions or any restaurants. Anywhere you want to go, your GPS is on your phone. We always buy the tip in our country first, so we find it easier and much better. The signal is very good, and there are very good companies. There is one that we highly recommend. Lately we use it on our last trips, and the signal was excellent, whether in California, Florida, or the USA, and the signal worked super well. Their service is very good. Whenever we have problems, they answer immediately, providing help. There's a 24-hour chat on the site for you to ask questions. Anyway, we liked their service a lot. I'll leave the link below in the description of the video for you to take a look. Their price is very good compared to others. We always do a lot of research because we like to save money, so in the end it was the best cost benefit. So buy a chip and save a little more on your car rental. You're not going to regret it. The price is good. You can follow whatever you want by the GPS. It is. That's it, folks. I hope you liked the tips. If you liked the video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and follow us on social networks to follow our trips all around the world and our day-to-day life with the little one. That's a blast. She's very funny. And send us a comment here in the video if you liked it or not. If you have any tips that we missed, any questions, we always answer chat and comments because we love this interaction. And here on the side there are some very nice videos for you to follow as well and travel to the USA, taking advantage of all our tips. So that's it, guys. Have a nice trip, and I'll see you next video. Bye bye.